Yeah.
Anyways, so there's talk about more fighting come here. From the first one I have here, North Korea threatens war after South strike warning. North Korea threatened war Sunday. This is written Sunday 24th, so I'm not sure if it's that Sunday or the Sunday previously, right?
Yeah.
Warned of launching a preemptive strike if North Korea was preparing a nuclear attack. So, North Korea threatens to go to war against South Korea because South Korea says that if we find proof that North Korea is preparing a nuclear attack, we're going to attack you first.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Well, given between these two stories here, because I don't know that much about North Korea and South Korea here, I honestly have to say that all governments essentially being the same in the long run, I'm going to be siding with the South Koreans.
Yeah.
North Korea resumes firing artillery amid tension. North Korea fired more artillery near its disputed western seaboard of South Korea on Thursday, a day after North Korea again lobbed dozens of shells during military exercises that prompted the South to respond with warning shots. And the story I brought up here, what I just mentioned here, it actually points out that the real case behind this particular issue, these islands they're talking about, right?
Yeah.
Is at a poorly marked sea border drawn by American-led UN command at the end of the Korean War. Once again, they say it's the end of the Korean War. The Korean War is not truly ended. But this is... so to a certain extent, America really is fucking up in the Korean Peninsula. But
oh, yeah.
In continuation of other things, unless you want to say something about it real quick.
No, go ahead.
All right. So, what do you think of pedophiles?
I think they should either have life in prison or do the Kentucky thing and execute them.
Okay. So, what would you say about a ruling that more or less denied pedophiles access to material that may get them off and not actually harm children?
I would say that they're stupid.
Yeah. Oh, I should clarify that when I'm talking about this material mentioned here is actually porn of women with A-cup breast sizes. Australia has banned small breast porn.
Oh, they are. It's
There's some
ironic.
really weird people, honestly. I've been to Australia a couple times. I didn't even see this kind of stuff.
Ironically, Ross, Ross,
and you going?
okay. Australia was a penal colony at one time.
Yeah, so was Georgia.
Yeah.
No offense to any Georgians or Australians in this case, especially the Georgians who aren't part of the American Georgian part. But
Yeah.
So the American not the American, excuse me, the Australian sex party. Yes, they have a sex party. Woo!
Woo!
Point out the fact that the Australian Classification Board is now banning depictions of small-breasted women in adult publications and films. This comes just a week after they classified female ejaculating during orgasm as refused classification. Therefore, and they can directly confiscate it.
Wow.
Yeah, so, here's the thing about that. When Americans have something that they want to refuse classification, they call it unrated. When Australians do it, we put it on, say, unrated, and I'd say, oh, it's unrated, oh no, maybe we should make sure to look through it one time for the kids to see or something like that, right? If you're smart. Australians call it refused classification, and it's banned.
Wow.
Yeah. So what the problem with this is that they believe that, at least apparently the government believes, that because small-breasted women look more childish, this is my summation of what they're actually saying, not my opinion, because I like breasts whatever size they are. I just want an adult wearing them, not a child.
Yeah.
But because they're smaller breasts, the pedophiles might get horny.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if they can get their kick off small-breasted women and have it through all pure consented issues,
Yeah.
I don't really think I care.
I know.
I care a lot more. I'm supposed to say, I care a lot more if they rape children or molest children than I do if they get off to small breast porn.
Yeah.
Oy. In brief news, liberal talk radio station Air America files for bankruptcy. Will be going off the air. I don't know exactly when, but
all I can say is yay, because let me tell you something about both liberals and conservatives on issues important to me.
right,
They're both wrong.
of course they are.
Well, I know I'm
Alex-
stating the obvious, but it's kind of very personal when I hear this. Oh, we need more health care. We need more services for people with disabilities. What happened to independent living, the spirit of the Americans with Disabilities Act? Blah.
They're saying that they use this thing here to take tax money from people who otherwise might be happy to be charitable, or
Yeah.
otherwise, right, or lower the prices so it'll be more accessible for you guys to do this, for people in general, not just you guys.
Yeah.
To be able to purchase things, lower standard of living kind of deal, right? And it's not so much. Well, here's the thing about it. I think Rothbard. I was listening to Rothbard again for a while. Murray Rothbard, and the late Murray Rothbard, I should say, and he
Yeah.
was depicted in I think it was I forgot, some of the left and the right, essentially, right? Yes, libertarianism is left.
Yeah.
Conservatism is right. Socialism is actually a middle ground between the two, and this is why. The socialists believing in at least the personal freedoms the libertarians believe in, right? And I have to paraphrase this as well. Assume I'm not reading directly from script here.
Yeah.
They say that they have their hearts. The liberals have the socialists and liberals have their hearts in the right place if they use conservative means, that is, government.
Ah.
All right. In continuation, speaking of socialists, Howard Zinn is dead.
Oh, Howard Zinn. Yeah. I never read any of his stuff, really.
I picked up his People's History of the United States of America at one point, United States, I guess, and said, okay, well, that's really interesting here, and I can see where maybe we should not like totally drown our children in our children's, if I have any, in these heroic things like about all and how everything was all like cupcakes and lollipops and rainbow sunshine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, almost everything outside his depiction of the Jamestown thing is very polemic.
Yeah.
And in technology news, they have developed a swelling glass that cleans up polluted water like a sponge. What's important about this one is that, well, when cleaning up like a sponge for the polluted water, it leaves the water behind.
Wow.
Yes.
And actually, in other technology news, and I've actually memorized the details of this.
Good.
China's now actually is now the leader of new sources of energy on the planet.
Oh, okay.
And basically, it was coinciding with what our president, aka moron, was talking about in terms of we need to develop a clean energy economy. China's already beating you hands down, including producing the clean energy equipment you use.
Oh, well. Doesn't that hurt? Maybe instead of maybe you should take away some of those subsidies that help keep costs so low when they should be higher.
Yeah.
This is from an economic standpoint, believe me. And allow people to go into market themselves. Here's the thing about that too. I have no problem with green technology. I'm very capitalistic, right? I have no problem with green technology. I think it's a wonderful way to do it. If you really care about the environment, what better way can you do it than go out and produce a product that actually helps, say, clean up the environment or doesn't cause much more pollution on it.